thinking she said we look so good in the morning light. And yeah, I think you should stay. Wake up feeling lighter. And now you think I should say I never met someone quite like you. And when I catch your name, I do all the things that make us dream.
I'm back again, back in the groove of things. Some things remain the same, and some are gone for good, and I wonder why. Some things would break me up, some things could leave me dry, and on and on and on. I swam the ocean wide. Who said my body is weak? I fought the rising tide and don't know how to speak. I caught the moon again. I thought my tidings were low. An oyster in my hand, and now it's time to go. I found a song
another very special video here on the YouTube channel. We are going to be playing ourselves a trainer, but this was going to be more consistent than Gorios, but not have as high of a ceiling. And that is kind of how it's played out so far, but the ceiling isn't too far away. The fact that when you Emperor of Bones and Archon, you just kill them is pretty messed up. So, yeah. Well, okay, we got Surveil lands. You know, this hand doesn't have any upfront action, but it's totally reasonable, so I'm going to keep. So, open up. Ooh. Okay, I feel like I'm going to have to kill this. Let's get this the hell out of here. This is but this, we can maybe just hard cast Oculus here if we cast enough spells. Yeah, that easily could have been a turn 1 Kappa. I need to adjust. Yeah, if I kill a creature, then they can't Kappa. So I should probably kill a creature. Do I spell pierce this? To avoid the Kappa for another turn? It'd be 5 cards in the yard, so a fetch land would do it for me. I don't think Spell Pierce gets much better. How much crypt quantity? 6 cards up. Cards. All right, well. It's about a half-past bone. Well. Oh, opponent, your go. That was sweet. That was a good draw. Hooray! 1 game away. All right, I'm going to bring in this red card I have in my sideboard. I'm going to slap this one in. I'm going to slap this one in, and I might even slap this one in. Harbinger no longer shuts off anything in their deck. Dispute is 1 mana counterspell, pretty much. Consign, maybe not that good. No, 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 I don't think I want any of that. You like the Harvester? Why? Oh, you reanimate it. Okay, I forget it has another mode, huh? Okay. All right, now what's poopy? On the draw, I bet Thoughtseizes are poopy. They're going to do their whole thing, you know? Even though Thoughtseize just kind of won us that game. All right, I'm going to take out the cards that I'm thinking about, and then we'll pull back. All right, this is the core I want. This is the core I want. Now what 4 cards? Can't kill Kappa, so I don't think Fatal Push is actually that good. Seize, Pierce, and Push are all kind of weak. So I guess let's get the Troll back. Let's pay the Troll toll. And Constructs, yeah. Consign is not amazing. They have a lot of blue stuff, to be honest. They have a lot of blue things. I think I might like Thoughtseize. Is that weird? Because they might have Dispute as well. Or Rebuke. Yeah, I know. counter it. All right, the coward's way. Let's give it a shot. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm clicking buttons. I know what button I'm clicking with this hand. The snap keep. Draw a mountain. How could we lose? God, I would keep this with one land for sure, though. Remove any card but Meltdown, and I'm keeping this. If it was a land, you know. I'm going to keep, and I can probably just get rid of looting here, I think. All right, let's get rid of looting. Let's give it a shot. And see what's up. Stop. Stop it, please. Am I about to fatal push an Ornithopter? Maybe. Feels bad, but I think I want to. If it prevents them from getting a construct, it's really not that bad. But they could, of course, have more 0 drops. Ooh, I guess if I Pyroclasm, even if they go land go, Pyroclasm still stops the construct. So maybe I don't need to. That's kind of gas. Okay. Because they can't float the mana, and if they play it in response, then it dies to Pyroclasm as long as they don't play more artifacts that are non-creatures. I don't know. That's the line I've convinced myself in my head. Unearth. Eh? I guess they could have the counterspell here, but Unearth doesn't seem very good. Not at the moment. Sure, I'll want that back as soon as next turn. Worst Pyroclasm of... Wait a minute. No, this doesn't work. What am I thinking? They can just float the mana, let it resolve, and then make a construct. God damn it, I'm stupid. That was really bad. Right as I clicked it, I'm like, ooh. Great. Yeah, all right. Okay. We got a frog. Right. Fatal pushing here, I probably am forced to not immediately die. Not that my Pyroclasm would have been that good anyways, to be fair, but I would have killed Ornithopter so they wouldn't have made a construct. Unless they had another 0... Oh, they wouldn't need another 0 creature, which would Ornithopter them. Ornithopter plus a construct, you know? Down game, though, but I... Well... I think I keep that. does that actually do? I guess that doesn't do enough, does it? So I'm going to be chumping these constructs, and if they have boots, I guess I'm just dead, so... Yeah. Just draw. Let's try to tighten up. Now, what changes do I want to make on the play? Don't think I like Fatal Push on the play, and I think Thoughtseize gets better. They're definitely slowing down, you know? Yeah, let's try it. I'm a little weak to constructs now, and I mean, that is how I just lost, but whatever. Okay, this hand seems fine. Hit it. Opponent was on. Our meltdown! I think I'm pretty fine getting my frog rebuked when I have Unearth. Don't have it. I mean, I could force them to do it now. I don't think that's worth it. This isn't looking good. My Pyroclasms, 2 Pyroclasms have dealt with 3 Ornithopters. AMA. Now I'm going to get wrecked by Constructs. So they probably have another... I guess I can Unearth proactively to play around it, essentially. Then go to second main. Crap. And I didn't want to get rid of my other Surveil land. That sucks. Okay. That's my only 2 Surveil lands, I assume, right? Damn. Oh, boy. Do I just cycle Unearth? Give that fight up? Or I Unearth now and have the hopes to persist the Archon later? I don't love it. I don't love any of it. Like, I want to cycle into a frog. That would be cool, but I couldn't even play it. F. Such a... Oh, brutal. Out of all the hits. I mean, I guess I need blue now. That sucks. Ding. Like it. No. There we go. Just poke me in the F right now. Oh, son of a swamp. Yeah, they did have the option to hit me for 3, didn't they? That looked like a trophy-winning top deck. What do y'all think? Island? Oh, the dread manifests. Oh, no! No, my other swamp, the Case Swamp. All right, I need it in play, as I need to somehow flip it. I think we're going to win now, y'all. This deck slaps. Through this card. Oh my, well, not that great, but not terrible. Trophy number 2. Trophy number 2. Locked down. Woo! 5-0 with good old Grixis Reanimator. This deck is nice. Hell yeah. All right, if you're watching this on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed another trophy match. This is kind of more of my experimental content. Nobody else does trophy match content because, well, it's probably stupid. So feel free. Oh, God. Someone help him. God help him. All right, here we go. Let's faithlessly loot. I haven't cast this card in a while. All right, let's get rid of this. And, I mean, I can't just get rid of Thought Scour after I just trashed it like that, can I? Oh, I for sure can. But I'm going to get rid of this. I played it so poorly. What in the hell is this main deck Surgical doing? And why are they doing it at my beginning of I mean, I guess I don't want this. What do I know, you know? All right. Oh, frog's already rainbow. No! Oh, okay, thank God. I guess I'll discard 2 cards. They would have cast it. They would have already cast it. Clearly, they would have cast it way earlier. Oh, that's 2 total. Yeah. Well, I guess I could dump my hand and play a frog, huh? What do they play? Damnation in this economy? I doubt it. Damn it! How do I beat a bridge? Rack doesn't trigger on their cards. I think they're making grave errors here. Amazing. The Mac Daddy Thought Scour, I imagine. All right, let's see what's up. Is this the Hollow Boys? Okay. I am calm. I am all that is calm. We're playing the Shadow of Death, maybe? Thy shadow of thy death? Not the frog. I will say that was my best card. By a mile. Probably a solid choice. Next to Thought Scour, of course, but... I know. I'm afraid. This match will indeed be much more difficult. You know, on cue, our opponent's going to miss land 2 or whatever, right? Just going to, like, ship it. Drop the rack and pass. Oh, okay. FOMO! All right, it's time to put a Archon into the yard and draw Persist. This isn't happening so far. Okay. I actually think I should play Emperor here, because if they don't do anything crazy to me, then I can Thoughtseize myself. Let's have them enter the Bone Zone. Oh yeah, Street Race coming back. You be careful. I don't know if a lot of people would be calm in the Bone Zone. Ooh. I could block if I'm an absolute coward. Luckily, I'm not. Uh-oh, Psychic Frog. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I mean, I still think this is probably fine, right? An Archon slapping them in the face is probably pretty good here. Whoa, Roxas Benson normally does a lot of good to the channel, but unfortunately... Oh, yeah, good point, huh? Oh, because it's enter 9, 12... Oh, this is 16 damage, isn't it? Oh. All right, well, I'll save the burn I was about to say to Ross, and we'll say, good point, Ross. I'm going to Thoughtseize it myself. Yeah, I was like, God, how does this deck ephemerate your threat once you get them? And oh yeah, they just die. That makes sense. All right, which creature should I get, though? Like, Archon seems okay, but, you know, Street Wraith. It has Swamp Walk. Oh, all right, I guess Archon was correct. Yeah, I don't know, Roxas. He was supposed to be streaming earlier today. It's 6 o'clock. He's probably been drinking. He's probably deep in the swamp himself, so... I don't think that's going to calm him. That might get him more riled. It's like those little fuzzy things, like giving him water after 8 p.m. or something. It's the same thing with giving beer to Ross after 5 p.m. You just shouldn't feed him, you know? Yeah, he's a gremlin. But he lives in the Bone Zone! All right. All right, we're up against black-red stuff. Well, I guess. I don't know. Spell Pierces seem bad. Yeah, ship it holla. No changes. Whoa, Roxas, you calm down now, okay? Drinking is perfectly good. Okay, I guess I'll keep. Is this hand good? I don't know. All right, let's get rid of Snotsies here. Whoa, it's Voxy! What's up, G? How are ya? The Queen of Limited. Voxy's here with her... Are they weasels, right? That's such a great emote. Weasel Voxies? Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Welcome, everyone. We are playing ourselves some Modern today. A ferret? Yeah. We're playing a league before this in which we 5-0'd. And we're on pace to do it again. On pace as in we are 1-0. Voxy's amazing. Let's see if I know how to do these shout-outs here. Voxy is an incredible streamer. Does great things. Super funny. Should be checking Voxy out. Boom. Go check out Voxy. Give her a follow right now. Stop what you're doing and listen. Okay, we got a FOMO. Oh boy. Well, those are some draws. Those are some draws. I guess I'm going to get the frog out. Try to get this Oculus going next turn. And see what's up. Yeah, Ross, that seems like what you should do. I don't get why you're questioning why I should make the play that's the best. You know, like, I'm confused. Ferrets and weasels are closely related. You know, I don't know why, but I'm sure Ross knows a lot about that. He has a very useless well of information up there. Yeah, Ross does hate frogs, though. Spread the word. Spread the word, y'all. Am I supposed to be trying to kill this? They could just have a lightning bolt? Whatever, I'm taking 2 damage. I don't care. Cecil, okay. That's less exciting. I'm unpleased with that. All right, let's get Cecil out of the way. Let's hope they don't have a fatal push now, because then I'm just dead. Dang it, opponent's playing real cards. I did bring in 1 Pyroclasm for whatever reason. Well, I mean, I could try to go for it. That seems bad. Yeah, it seems horrific. There's no baiting. It would be a bait in response to an Unearth, which would just work. Yeah, I'm going to try to set up to hardcast it. That's the plan. Uh-oh. What's with haste coming in? Is our opponent on Death Shadow, I guess, right? That's kind of cool. That is scary. My opponent can have 3 combats. Whoa, Terrabad's coming in with a raid too. What's up, dog? How did you do? How was your modern challenge? I'm scared. You beat a turn 1 Gristlebrand? Whoa, love it. Hey, what's up, Rosie? I don't even know how you do that, but I'm here for it. How did they have another attack step? Is that a bug? I feel like they should not have a 3rd combat here. They didn't do it right. Whatever. That's confusing. I wish this dealt 3 damage instead. Well, we're in a lot of trouble. How many cards is this? There's no good way to play around this, is there? Guess Emperor Bones can exile their thing and hope that that works. Touche, opponent. Touche. Touche, opponent. So do I just have to attack and, like, draw an Unearth? This did not work out well. Or if I Emperor away that Detective Pikachu, is that enough to just say go? Kind of. And just block the FOMOs? Yeah, I know they still have Delirium, but I can, like, block them. And then they can't Pikachu or Detective Phoenix me, you know? And then they might be out of gas. And then if I live, then I can bring back Oculus. Okay. I don't know if it's correct by any means, but I'm going to try it and hope I don't die. Yeah, I know, Magic. I just wasn't, I wanted to get that card out of my hand because it felt like they had that on lockdown, but yeah, it was maybe just a mistake. There's no clear amazing attack here. So if I just block here and I put a counter on it, and then I take 4 total, that's like totally fine. Or I can block it, of course. And I do have to block it, and I probably want to stay out of bolt range. That seems smart. I feel like that's not working correctly. That sucks. Well. It's not even that good to do what I'm about to do, is it? All right, let's see if this is enough. Sneaky frog. Sneaky frog. And lightning bolt to the face. I don't think I can do a damn thing. Yeah, I think this just has to say go. It's been a tough game. But I have to be able to block this. Oh yeah, that flips, huh? Okay, now I have to kill that too, which I can. Still think I'm not dead. A very interesting game, to say the least. He has lethal? I don't see that. Don't see that. Okay, so if you're doing that, I jump. I would like to be explained where lethal is. Okay, get rid of those. Frog has to die, sadly. I mean, yeah, we do just trade everything here, which is not great, but at least we're not dead. Oh, yeah, they didn't take the second combat with this. Oh, okay, so we keep the frog. Nice, nice. Yeah, that is what they should have done, yep. Okay. What does that do? It's still nighttime, so I get the Trespasser back as a night creature, and I can eat 2 creatures and gain life? That seems insane. If that's how this shit works, we're gonna find out. Well, to be fair, bolt range is not a thing. We're in bolt range, so they don't have bolt. All right. Creature. I want to eat my own creatures, I think. Sorcery, land, artifact. Is it 2 for each one that I successfully eat? Is that how this works? They're on a highway straight to the bone zone. Get in the zone! Bone zone! If a creature is exiled this way, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Well. God, get the hell out of here. Each creature, exile this way. Okay, so I do want to eat my 2 creatures, I think. Okie dokie. I mean, they can still probably have some cards that kill me here. With Arena of Glory, you're never safe. Unless you're, of course, in the Bone Zone. Well, they were already off Delirium, right? Even a Lightning Bolt to put them into Delirium wouldn't matter, you know, like... So I think that was pretty safe. All right, what I'm going to do is Unearth on turn 1. But outside of that, I can see any other plays. If I play, you know, 90 matches with this deck, I would know exactly what to do. And honestly, let's try to get some more information on our opponent here. That should help us decide. Most of the time, I don't mind starting with a Faithless Looting when I already have the card to discard, but... Oh, turn 1 Archon would have been good, yeah. All right. No information. Thoughtseize is the only card that will allow me to not do a thing, but it kind of feels like the best thing to be doing as well. All right. Well, you can't really go wrong with a turn 1 Thoughtseize, you know? But it should have been on me. Thoughtseize myself. I'm not above it. Ooh, this stupid deck. This absolutely stupid deck that I hate. All right, Ross, we're taking you in. How to defeat your own deck. All right, so they're going to have plenty of ways to interact. I don't care about the Stern Scolding. I probably care the most about the Disrupting Shoal. I could also take lands, but that feels bad. I think Tameshi is not that good yet. So it feels like Disrupting Shoal to me. I'm not really doing anything, that's the problem, so I might need to take their Whir. I don't know, what would you hit here, Ross? I agree, I think it's between those 2 cards. Taking Whir feels like less bad things can happen to me, and if they 2-for-1 themselves to do something, I don't really care. Yeah, I kind of agree. Okay. This is probably not a good matchup for what it's worth. I would not be one... If I could pick the side to be on, I'd want to be on the Belcher side. All right. I'm going to start with a looting. I guess I'll force a counterspell here. They have to, I mean, they have to, basically. Discard 1. Probably discard 2. All right, I've ripped everything from them, but now I have nothing. So we know those 2 cards, a mystery card, and whatever they're about to reveal. I don't think I should be thought scouring aggressively. I might just flashback looting next turn. That might not be the worst. It's more mana efficient. If I draw anything to do, I'll probably will, but... Okay, there's the card. And Lotus Bloom. Okay, so we know their hand. So in 3 turns, we're gonna die. Now that's plenty fine to do, I would think. That's gonna resolve. All right. I don't think our clock is fast enough, though. That could help. Maybe it's fast enough. Yeah, it probably is. Oh, you mean send him to the Bone Zone? Emperor of Bones does seem much better in this deck than it is in Goryo's. Holy crap. Like, by a lot. I never need double red, so I am a blue-black deck to its core. Unbeatable Thought Scour. That's pretty good. So their hand is Tameshi, Belcher, Mystery. So I probably want to kill this first so I don't get flared. Maybe I save this for Tameshi. Hit them for 7, down to 10. Then I can flip +2. Okay, so I have lethal if I don't fatal push here by flipping up the frog. Probably just Tameshi. I don't think any top deck they could have that could save them. I could let them Dwari Disruption this and not care. Yeah, all right. The old play my spells strategy. Oh, actually, did I screw this up? I think I actually screwed this up. Yeah, I think if they draw untapped land, I'm just dead. Oh, never mind. Bone Zone! Well, I don't know if that actually... I mean, that means I win with a land, but... Yeah, I think I fucked this up. I gave them a shot. But I guess all their lands deal them damage, right? So they can't actually do anything? Well, the one thing that they can for sure do is get sent to the Bone Zone. Oh, actually, that could be very bad. Oh my god, did I chuck this? Okay, I mean, that'll probably be fine, but now they can just draw a Belcher and win next turn. I can and will. I mean, still dying to Belcher here is a situation I didn't think I should be in. So this was kind of foolish. All right, you got a draw step. I deserve to lose this game. I think I played it bad in some way, shape, or form. They're not even dead on board with that Sink in a Stupor, but with the push, they should be dead. Yes, yes, yes. That probably helps too. This deck is gas. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't do that, Bolt Snap Bolt. All right, we got there. We got there. Okay, Belcherino. Well, disputes, consigns. Wow, I do have a good sideboard against them, huh? Do I want surgicals? Probably. Because I don't want fatal pushes. I think I want Spell Pierce. That seems okay. What else do I not want? Get this troll out of here. Probably trim an Archon. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, y'all. I have no clue what I'm doing. Cut down on threats because they're removal light. So you're saying exit the bone zone? And just trim around the edges? Gasp. All right, what if I scientifically take out those one-ofs? Cut a second bones. In this economy, I think persist is probably worse than a bones. Bones just kills you on turn 4, you know? Maybe that's not good. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You're cheaper. Would you bring in surgical, though, or is surgical poop? Seems okay. Yeah. I feel like I never want to be taking out Archon. I don't know. I heard a classic crash. If you're a parent, you know, your kid's always falling off something, but had to make sure it wasn't a bad one. All right, I'm going to keep. Leaves 1 mana open. Hey, Wizard. Oh, Wizard, Rob, and Hat coming in with a Prime. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate the Prime subby there. All right, I think I want to start with blue-black. Oh, did we fall? You need a hug?
She dropped something on her toe.
Are you okay? Did you hurt your toe? Do you need a hug from Dad? Do you need a kiss on your toe? Which toe? This one? Mwah. Is that better?
Yes.
Can you say yes?
Okay, we're gonna go eat. Do you want me to bring you a plate?
Oh, no, I should be good. Thank you.
I know, but we gotta eat before getting ready for
All right,
bed.
sorry, y'all. When your little baby girl needs a toe kiss because she's hurt, you just gotta do it. Okay. Now, if I can get double black and I hit something, then I could double unearth is kind of the thing. Two looks at it. Okay, bring a frog back here is not bad at all. Feels like a very clear stern scolding. Yeah. Oh, or snare, yep. Okay. Yeah, let's unearth then, since we got some extras. Not even a great play, to be honest. Would have been great if we have another black source. As we could then try to put an Oculus in play too, but... yeah, I mean, it'd be sick if I had black, I could go double frog, you know? To take the 2 to bluff for some reason, I don't think there's a point in not doing it. I don't ever deal you damage, so I think you should just always bluff. Not that anyone should also play around it, but here we are. Yeah, hopefully, Ross, hopefully. Hopefully they're looking at their hand, cursing me, and then looking at the guide they bought from you, cursing you, you know? Like, they didn't tell me anything about Unearth. Okay. Oh, God, put a Belcher into the yard. Do you want the land or the counter spell? All right. All right, I should try to hit them hard. Should try to hit them very hard. What kind of interaction do they have at instant speed? I think none. I want to at least hit them for around 7. Ooh, into the flood mode. That would suck. I don't think I can play around it at this point. 6. Okay, I think this is safe. could thought scour them. Try to hit a Belcher. I don't see a reason not to thought scour them, except if I mill over a Lotus Bloom and then they have Tameshi. That's the one Punisher. None of those matter. This is tricky because I don't have lethal if I play anything. But I only have lethal if I pitch my entire hand, so I guess I needed to discard one more card. I mean, I think we have to, but I'm trying to think if I have an option of doing anything else to insulate a little bit. Because here's the thing, if I unearth and they use that Disrupting Shoal to counter unearth, then I draw a card next turn. Oh, then I draw a card and then I do still have lethal. Okay, all right. I was one off, I guess. All right, so if this gets countered, I can still present lethal. So they can't just like jam Belcher, you know? Okie dokie. So I know they have Disrupting Shoal. That resolves. That resolves, y'all. Suppression Ray, okay. I mean, I'm gonna go for it. It's literally the only thing they could have is into the Flood Maw, right? Like, ugh. Why am I gonna be disappointed? Am I missing something? Wish I had one more card. Oh yeah, I do have 9 damage. What am I thinking? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if only I didn't play that stupid Unearth. Yeah, I did. You're right. That is where I made the mistake. I compounded the mistake by not just doing the thing. Oh well. I guess I can put myself in a position where maybe I can draw Persist. Yeah, ditching another frog is what I should have done. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. Okay, well, let's see if we can still not lose immediately. Dispute wouldn't do anything. What? Oh, in case I surgical. I see what you're saying. Wait, no, it doesn't. Oh, if I hit a dispute. Okay, I got you. Yeah. Okay, well, that was not great. Now I can do nothing. All right, well, I punted this game. I've been playing some pretty good Magic today overall, but this was not one of those games. I didn't do my math, didn't think long enough there. I had to discard one more frog to make it 5. Yeah. Well, let's at least see how they sideboarded. Yep. Shit the bed on this one. Because they didn't have 3 mana open last turn, right? For sync? They're about to be in the bone zone, too. Okay, so let's see how they boarded. No spell snares to play around. They do have Into the Flood Maws. That's good to know. No snares, though. That seems wrong. They just have Fatal or Flusterstorm instead? Okay. Okay, how do I want to change, if anything? Well, Surgical is horrendous there, I'll tell you that. Just does not feel like what I want to be doing. I just want to be proactive. Just try to do the thing as much as possible. Like on turn 4, if I Bones plus Archon, they're dead. And they're a turn 4 deck on the draw, so I'm going to do this. You would have Surgical in? It just doesn't seem very good to me. I do have Tameshi. I have Tormod's Crypt. Yeah. I don't love it. I don't love it. Give me a frog. All right. Well, I think I'm going to keep this one. No, it's a frog. No, I think. Blue. I mean, what if one gets countered? What are you talking about? Is land 3 even needed? I mean, they could have brought the spell snares and stuff back in, too. It's not out of the realm to change your mind, you know? And if they did bring those back in, I would rather get rid of a land. All right. Can't talk myself into it. I think it maybe should have been the land, though. We'll find out. We'll find out. Now, do I start on the old bones? Oh, my God. Well, that's great. So that means I can have a bones next turn, even this bones gets countered. It's probably better to just get the Archon going before I do frog stuff. The bones Archon stuff is 16 damage, so it's not lethal. But it hits their resources, and then the Emperor kills them the next turn. So, I think that's better. The real question is, would I eat Archon now? And I think the answer would be no. Okay, I'm kind of glad that happened. Kind of. God, if they have Flood Maw, it's so annoying. If I get Frog down first, and then next turn go Unearth, Bones, activate, have Dispute backup, that might be better next turn. Yeah, I think this is better, yep. Frog. Because I'm going to draw so many cards out to Archon that this feels like GG. How many basics do I have? Or how many blue sources do I have to search? Steam Vents, Water 8, 2 Graves, thank God. Wow, that could have been bad. I did not check. Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. Sync? Okay. Well, do they have the free counter spell? Yes? 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 Are we still not lethal? Yeah, it's one short. So the only lands they can have are deal 3, right? There's no deal 2 land, so... Six, seven, yeah, just one seems fine. Alrighty. Yeah, I feel like there is no way out now. All right. We are indeed doing it. What's up, Jarvis? How are you, buddy? All right, before we get into it, let's give a big shout out to our main sponsor here of the stream, and let's see exactly what kind of list. God, I'm such gas. All right. No Ketramos, huh? But they're in the bone zone. Okay, I gotta be careful of their bone zones. Okay, blue black I still think is what we want to do. I don't want them to have info, so 0 info for you. Well, I can thought scour myself, and if I hit an earth and a creature, then I can do that. If not, or I can just go sewers go. That's probably better. Okay. Yeah, and then I can just cast an Oculus next turn. That's kind of gas. I guess they have Solitude, so it's actually kind of ass. This maybe is not a good matchup. Yeah, oh. I don't care about that one as much. Okay. Now I need to discard the Archon. Faithless Looting, anyone? Oh, it's not so great here, but... Well, I think I should probably just persist. I could just cast Archon. I'm afraid of Solitude is the main thing. I would like the Archon, Ross. That would be true. That is not an option. I could. Well, it could be an option. Yeah, that's reasonable. Yeah, it's probably true. What land do I want to get? I guess it has to be red. Yeah, let's do... that doesn't matter. All right, let's just Oculus. One creature to save. Do I want it to be a Bones? Do I want it to be an Oculus? Yeah, let's save the Oculus. The eye sees all. I mean, I guess I want to put Archon into my yard, huh? This is an absolute gasser. All right. Flicker Wisp? Well, what the hell is that going to do? Wait, do I get a swamp now? What if that was an Archon? Robert Goulet. I'll be selecting this Archon. It sure is, Jarvis. It sure is. He was obsessed with Robert Goulet for whatever reason. It's a very BBD-ish thing. All right. That was bold of them. I would not recommend doing that ever again. Yeah. Oh, I've seen the SNL skit. Bibbidi bobbidi boobidi Robert Goulet. But I think BBD is so old, he was just making fun of the actual Robert Goulet. All right. What am I playing against? Black, white. For a second, I had to just remember, what am I playing? That's when you know you've been playing too long. And you're like, what was I actually playing? So Ashy Ox. Yeah, I don't know. This matchup still seems kind of rough to me. But we'll see. Mostly because I don't have a sideboard for this deck at all. I guess unless I bring in Harbinger. But Harbinger doesn't even seem that good. I guess I want this Harvester. I think that's the only card I want. I guess Faithless Looting could be bad in the face of a bunch of Orcish Baumeisters. No. People side and consign way too much. It's the most consign is the new surgical. People just side it in whenever. Like, oh, it hits a card. Get it on in there. Pyroclasm does not seem horrific. It's too bad everything of theirs is instant speed. Yeah, whatever. I have no clue. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, maybe I don't bring it in enough because I have that already jaded thought. That could be. I'm the other way on it. Now I never bring it in because I hate that people want to bring it in so often. So I just never bring it in unless I'm playing against Eldrazi. That could be. Yeah, this hand is fucked up. I could use another untapped land. That would be cool. So I could Thoughtseize into Frog. The Bone Zone? That's not bad either. I mean, I don't want to see an Overlord this turn, so I should Thoughtseize. Just what land? Do I even care about red? Or should I just go Watery Grave, get red later? I think that sounds good. F red. Look, I don't want them to Overlord me, and I want them to play field, you know? Hey, Control Freak, what's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you, buddy? Hey, GG's the other day. That was a nice one. You were playing Dimir, right? Okay, so I can do exactly what I wanted here. I could take their land if I'm feeling crazy. Oh, it's too risky, I think. Yeah, Control Freak. Well, I just 5-0'd with that deck with some changes here. It is maniacal, and I think it can just be wrong. So I'm not going to do it. Overlord's the problem. Man, me Emperoring their Overlord is pretty gas too, huh? What are you playing at instant speed? What the hell is wrong with you? I'd like more land. I mean, I get it to play around like Spell Snare and stuff, but... Yeah, but push doesn't stop an Overlord. If they go drew a land and went Overlord into Flicker Push, how does your Fatal Push look now, huh, punk? I only say that because that's your name, not because you are a punk, as long as we're clarifying. Yeah, there's the argument for Pyroclasm. Okay, I'm with you, I'm with you. All right. Well, I mean, our hand was so perfect that naturally we had to start drawing like trash, right? So now it's, do I Bone Zone, exile the Overlord? Or do I just Frog, which seems way better? Yeah. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Okay, I don't want them to have the bones. Okay, I don't know if I can actually discard anything. If I discard one card, I can Oculus if I top deck a land, which could be good. I know their other card is Flicker Wisp. So, in what way do I want to play around that? I mean, discarding an Archon is probably the way to do it, but then I just die to a top deck Bones. But I could Bones my own Archon. Okay, I like that. Yeah, your opponent would be attacking with an Overlord right now, and they would have 6 cards in hand, punk. They're not flickering the Bones, they're playing the Flicker. Of course they're playing it. There's no way they're not casting it. Their hand isn't good enough. Hey, Gorilla MTG!
Ayo, happy one full spin around the sun, brother. Looking forward to seeing you in Orlando next week.
Oh, hell yeah, Gorilla. Thank you so much for the year of sub. Hell yeah. Welcome back to the Bomb Squad, my friend. That's pretty good. I'm gonna do that one. They do get to sack this and then get it back, which is kind of annoying, but eh. All right, I guess just who needs lands, you know? A $5 footlong? Okay, yes, thank you for the $5 footlong. All right, looks like we are indeed doing it. I don't need to do this now, but I'm going to do a messed up play. Yeah, Jarvis, this reminds me of the Legacy event that we played together where we were just destroying people with frogs. Like, no land in the top 1 billion cards, and it just doesn't matter. Because now I get to put a frog and an Oculus into play. Is that good? Do. This deck is kind of gas, y'all. It's hard to figure out which deck I like better when I'm just winning with all of them. Tough problem to have, I know. Whatever they like, they put it on top. Their savior is on top. It's got to be an Overlord, right? Should I try to debate him here? Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Not like they're going to be doing much with the other thing, but come on, that was... I'll just be like, ooh, in response, here's a toy. You want to play with it? Can't play with it. All right, that was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. All right, well, if you're watching this on YouTube, you know the drill from our last league, as I like to do a separate video that is indeed a trophy match. So if you're watching this on YouTube,
Hey guys, welcome back for some more Grixis Reanimator in Modern. Today we're mixing up the list a little bit, trying some different cards in the main and sideboard. So generally this list is like all 4 ofs. Today we're trying 2 Spell Pierce and 3 Emperor Bones rather than 4 Emperors and 1 Spell Pierce. And then most lists are running Troll of Khazad-dûn. We took Troll out and we added an extra land in Thundering Falls. So a 3rd Surveil land, never bad in your Reanimator deck. You can always Surveil an Oculus or Archon into the graveyard for that Entomb effect. As for the rest of the deck, it's your usual removal, hand disruption, reanimation effects, fun, and let's get in the gameplay. Alright, match 1 on the play. And I think we can try this hand. We have some removal, we have some dig, we can get some Surveil lands going. Not the most exciting hand, but we have a little bit of everything here. We're not going to looting on turn 1. Oh, they have Leyline. You don't really want to looting if you can help it, just because you're like not looting anything good into the graveyard. Here we're hoping Fatal Push is good and they don't have Scion. Maybe we can Fatal Push a Ragavan into a Calvu, Temple Garden. Ooh, it's Rhinos. Okay, well, Fatal Push is terrible in this matchup. So the fact that we have 2, probably gonna looting them away. Land. It sucks because it's a Surveil land, but we have a 3rd one, Psychic Frog. So let's play out Psychic Frog. They do have Force and Negation, which makes some of our spells a little more awkward. Again, hopefully they don't have Scion. We'll get the Blood Crypt, cast Psychic Frog. Hopefully no Subtlety. They do have the Subtlety. Pitching a Leyline. I'm gonna bottom it. Just gonna search for the Persist, try to kind of get our combo going quickly. You could redraw it and Surveil and play out Frog. Oh, they're stuck on 1 land. Okay, well, there's Thoughtseize. Let's start with the looting. I know we don't really have anything we want to discard, like, yeah. We'll discard 2 pushes. Thought Scour ourselves, see if we can find anything. Emperor, not the greatest. We have an Oculus. Let's Thoughtseize here. We know they're stuck on 1 land. Ardent Plea, Subtlety. We're gonna take the Subtlety. That way we can Oculus next turn. They do find the land. Footfall's on 2. So if they find another land, they can Ardent Plea. I guess we just Oculus, and then we'll see. Bloodstained Mire. We'll just Surveil with this one. Kind of hopefully dodge. They're gonna Surveil looking for a 3rd land though. They keep it on top, so it's most likely a land. Land Persist. Oh, it's a Surveil land, okay. So we have at least 1 more turn before Rhinos come out. They keep it on top again. So let's Surveil ourselves. 3rd Surveil land. Land to the yard. Psychic Frog. Let's attack. So we could flashback Faithless Looting, or just play Frog and look to discard these to play around like Flage or something. I kind of want to play Frog here, just kind of keep the pressure up. They're gonna cast Footfalls, untap, maybe Footfalls again, maybe Flage, something. Cast Psychic Frog. If anything, we can just cycle this, or we just put it to Frog. Alright, Oculus triggers. We'll put Faithless Looting in the yard, take Thought Scour. We also can unearth Emperor and eat the Flage if we need to, but we're gonna have a lot of flying attackers. So if they have nothing, we just have lethal on board. Alright, 4th land. So this is their hand, so they should, well, they're gonna gain 3, I guess. Let's see if they try to target a Frog. They do target the Frog, so we're gonna pump it. They're gonna go up to 12. Another Oculus. So let's start by giving this flying. Attack with both. Down to 4. Find the Archon. I guess we're just gonna Oculus though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we have double Oculus triggers. Archon to the yard. Thought Scour to the yard. Their hand is Ardent Plea, Mystery card, and we win. Alright, so against Rhinos, we want Dispute for sure, and some Consign to Memory for the triggers. We don't need any of the pushes. Let's go these 4 for these 4. I'm gonna try that. The Consigns also help with Endurance triggers. Alright, this hand's a little meh, but we're gonna try it. The double Unearth is awkward. We have the Consign. They start with Leyline. We're gonna hope to Thoughtseize a Scion. They Surveil and keep it on top though. So Swamp Thoughtseize to save life is nice. We draw the Archon, great. Yeah, there we go. Fire Ice, Clarion Conqueror. I don't know why they have Clarion out. So we're gonna take Scion. I guess they have Clarion for Frog. Seems kind of loose. Oh, and maybe Emperor as well. Let's see if they try to ice me. If they do, we don't really care, because we're just gonna Surveil anyway. That's fine. Draw a 3rd Unearth, which is not good. Play Bloodstained Mire, pass. They're probably gonna play out Conqueror. See if they fetch a Plains, okay. I guess they have Leyline in the Void too. Alright, so they play Clarion. We'll just Surveil here. Get Thundering Falls, get all our colors. Frog, we'll keep Frog. Play the Island, Psychic Frog. I guess we do have to dodge Leyline. They have a Flooded Strand and 3 mystery cards. Xander's Lounge. But we do have the Consign to Memory for the Leyline binding, so it's not the biggest deal. We'll see if they want to get in. And they do, because we can't actually do anything with Frog. Put us to 14. Do they have the... No, they're not acting... Or they're acting like they don't have anything. Faithless Looting. I guess they could have Endurance. So let's start with a Faithless Looting, I guess. I feel like they have Endurance. Oculus. Discard these 2. We definitely want to cast Unearth now. And then if they Endurance, which we assume they have. Yep. Pretty obvious. We can consign that trigger. Consign. We get our Oculus. And that's why we didn't attack first, because we assumed they had that. And we can't attack with Frog, so we just have to pass. Good top deck for them, the Endurance. Thoughtseize, Unearth. Take a Thoughtseize. Ah, they had the Leyline binding too. Okay. A little unfortunate. Into 2nd Clarion Conqueror. Wow. All right, we have to take it. See if we can draw some like anything. We're not drawing anything. So we're at 8 in the air. We could double Thought Scour looking for something, or we could just Faithless Looting. I kind of want to just Thought Scour. We have the Unearth. We draw another Archon. Let's Thought Scour again. There's an Oculus. Oh, we draw an Oculus too. Unearth the Oculus. So hopefully we can stabilize here. Archon, Emperor. Put Archon to the yard. Oh, and they have the Shardless Agent. Really good draw for them. We're just kind of floundering here. They bring in anything? No. They get some Rhinos. They attack with all. We're going to block like that, which is fair. Their attacks. Watery Grave. Still no Persist, which sucks. If we hit Persist, we just win on the spot. So we're just going to cast an Oculus. We'll play Watery Grave tapped, and then we'll just pass. Get a bunch of triggers. Emperor. They don't get in, so we do get to do that. Delta. So let's flip this over. Oh, you know what? Actually, it didn't matter just because of the Conqueror, so we can't actually do that because of Clarion. So let's start with a Faithless Looting. Cast Faithless Looting. Find land. Bin these two. Play this tapped. Get in with 1, I think. I think we have to get in with at least 1. Like, we're not doing anything just sitting here. Besides, like, making 2/2s, but I think 1 is fine just because we're making all the 2/2s for the ground. Do they have a Subtlety? They do. So by getting in, yeah. That's one thing to do is to play around that, I guess. So now we just lose. There's an Oculus, Psychic Frog. And we can't give this flying. I guess we do get to block 1. Block here, 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 and here. Take 3? Do they have probably fire or something? We'll say. Go to 2. Is it fire? Yeah, damn. All right, well, I still think you had to get in with at least one of them. You could stall maybe one more turn. So we didn't see any Persists, no Spell Pierce. We saw both Consigns, which is funny. I think we just run it back and hopefully we draw better. All right, on the play for game 3. Now this hand is terrible. Double Unearth, Archon. I'm gonna mulligan. All right, we're gonna keep it. We have everything. Persist, Archon, Spell Pierce for early interaction, Thought Scour. I think I'm gonna put back Thought Scour actually. Consign's good for the Cascade and for Endurance. And we can just surveil some stuff. Maybe we can surveil an Archon to the yard. They also don't have a ley line for once. Suspend, Rhino, sure. We will surveil, get a Sewers, Emperor. Do we want Emperor? I'm gonna say no. Oh, Thoughtseize. So let's play Bloodstained Mire, Thoughtseize. So we could take the Scion, which they can't play next turn anyway. Or we can take the Ardent Plea and Spell Pierce. So there's like a couple things. You can consign the Scion next turn. I kind of want to take the... I'm going to take the Scion because I want to surveil with this land, and they're just going to surveil next turn anyway, and then we can just Spell Pierce the trigger here. But then we're not Spell Piercing this one, but we're going to consign this anyway. Yeah, let's just take Ardent Plea. Hopefully we can find a way to get the Archon into the yard. So they're not going to do anything. We're going to get the Surveil. Raucous Theater, Thought Scour to the graveyard. We're also missing lands. I guess they drew Ice Return. If they ice my blue source, it's actually huge. Yeah, it's actually pretty big. Okay, we draw a Bloodstained Mire, luckily. That would have been a problem, not playing around ice, but they just top decked it. All right, so they're going to play Scion this turn. Unless they drew... Now they're going to get like a Xander's Lounge here, I think. They just get a Plains. Plage. Okay, that's a thing. So their hand is Scion, Mystery card. They can't bring back Flage. I guess if they get a red source. At least they let us surveil again, which is nice. Kind of weird that they did that and then, or they iced and they didn't do anything with it. Thundering Falls. Persist to the graveyard. Faithless Looting. Perfect. Cast Faithless Looting. Archon. Do we bin the Oculus or do we bin... I'm going to bin the Oculus. I want the land because I want to keep a blue. So let's cast Persist on Archon. And if they have a force, we can just Spell Pierce it. No, they're just over it. It's that easy. All right, match 2 on the draw. I know this is kind of like a weird hand. It's 5 lands in this. I am going to try it. We can just kind of experiment, but we're going to be surveilling turn 1, Emperor turn 2, and then getting a bunch of cards to the yard from maybe casting Oculus. So it's not the craziest. They go Spirebluff Canal, pass, and we draw another land, unfortunately. So we're just going to go Bloodstained Mire, do nothing. Double Spirebluff. Is this going to be, what's it called? Banned standard artifact that escapes me right now? Ornithopter, Welding Jar. So it's just Affinity, never mind. Mishra's Bauble, Opal, Thoughtcast. All right, let's, they have a pretty good start. We'll go to Sewers, Thoughtseize to the graveyard. Might be worth it to Thoughtseize, but god, dude, we've literally drawn 2 lands after keeping a 5-land hand, so that's pretty unfortunate. We'll cast Emperor. Okay, Metallic Rebuke, totally fine. They didn't crack Bauble, so I'm curious as to what they have. I just can't believe we've drawn 2 lands after keeping this hand. Oh no, and they have Kappa. Oh no, into Thought Monitor. All right, well, their hand's really good. And then we got punished here. Shivan Reef, Archon. Play Bloodstained Mire and pass. So should we regret keeping the 5-land hand? In hindsight, obviously, drawing 2 more lands is whatever, but imagine if we drew 2 spells. We'd be all good. They have a second Kappa? Jesus. Yeah, it's really hard to beat draws like this. Unless we go like turn 2 Persist, down to 10. I think we have to mill over an Archon and then draw Persist. Psychic Frog, not good enough. They bubble us. We draw the Archon. Yeah. All right, a little unlucky there, but it's going to happen. All right, so against them, we want the Meltdowns. That's kind of it. Take out the Spell Pierce and try that. All right, on the play for game 2. Hopefully they don't have the nuts. Well, we're going to have to go to 6 because we have a 1-land Steam Vents into a 1-land Water Grave. Let's go to 5. Okay, we'll keep this. Put back Fatal Push and probably Psychic Frog and try that. Start with a Delta. We're going to look to Thought Scour something, I guess, into the yard. Maybe they have Tormod's Crypt too. We'll see what they do. Psychic Fog's really good against Graveyard Hate, which is something to consider. We're just going to Thought Scour. Draw the Persist. There's the Archon also. We'll shock this in. I want to play out Emperor Bones. I'm not sure what they have, what this is. I'm just say done. I'm not going to eat my own graveyard because we have Oculus. There's a Saga. Pinnacle. Now they're going to cast all their 0-drops. Springleaf Drum. Just one. Okay. Bloodstained Mire. I guess we will still do nothing. I'm going to attack and then just persist the Archon, or the Oculus. That was an interesting turn they had. Persist Oculus. Oh, they just have force. Okay. That makes sense. They play a land. These games definitely aren't working out for us. They have the answers for everything and we're just kind of doing nothing, which is a little unfortunate. We're going to Surveil, looking to just put stuff in the yard for Oculus here. Maybe we can find some action. Faithless Looting. I'll keep that on top. They're probably going to be making constructs or something. We can look for a land to still cast Oculus. Double Archon. I'm just going to bin both. Cast Frog. We definitely should have eaten the Archon here because if they get a Tormod's Crypt, kind of skip through that too quickly. They can also get a Needle for this if they want. They do get the Tormod's Crypt. Yeah, we definitely should have eaten the Archon. They shock in Steam Vents for a Thought Monitor. Again for 6, Fatal Push. So even if we Oculus here, I guess we can block on the ground. We want to do this now before they can Tormod's Crypt. So we're going to do this because if we go to eat with Emperor, I mean, they're just going to, they should do it now. Wow, they didn't. Okay. We're just going to pass them. I wonder what they have. Ugh, here's the Meltdown and Persist. I'm just going to put Meltdown under here just to hide it. Thoughtcast. I guess they maybe didn't see it last time that we could have done that. They're going to get in with both of these. We're just going to block like this. Double Chump. And they have Kappa. Ugh, and they have Otawara. Damn, their draws are really good. So if we would have Archoned here, they would have just pitched this one. We'd be at 10. Let's see. We'll Thought Scour ourselves. Doesn't matter because they have Tormod's Crypt though. Delta. Yeah, we didn't draw well. They drew pretty well and it just didn't work out. All right, match 3 on the draw. We're up against Karuga. So maybe Fatal Push is decent if they're running like remana, what's it called? We'll try this though. Hopefully we can draw a little bit better than last game. Our keeps last game were also pretty loose to be fair, but we definitely didn't get rewarded for the loose keeps. They go Marsh Flats, pass. Emperor Bones. Let's play Bloodstained Mire. I'm going to end up turning Thought Scour most likely. Because they're a Karuga deck, they're not going to be doing much in their early turns anyway. Proving Ground. We don't know what this means though, like what kind of Karuga they are. They're playing something though. Hallowed Fountain. Is it just Scion? It is. Alright, well, Fatal Push sucks against that. So let's go to Water Grave. I mean, if we can mill over an Archon, then we just win. Thought Scour. And we miss. Draw another Fatal Push, which is terrible. The wheels are just kind of falling off here. We draw an Unearth with nothing to unearth. Let's just Surveil. Emperor to the yard. We have Push if we need it, and that's kind of about it. Gemstone Caverns. Get them for 4, down to 13. And just pass. 3 mana. I'm going to spend this to put this in the yard for Oculus. Oh no, it's Calibrated Blast? Oh, no, we're just dead. Damn it. Oh man. Alright, we are just getting all kinds of screwed here. Calibrated Blast. So we have the Thought Seizes, we have the Spell Pierce. Unfortunately, we drew double Fatal Push, which is just a dead card in the matchup. So let's bring in Consigns. I'm gonna try that on the play. So now that we know what we're up against, we can keep a good anti-combo hand. All we really have is Thoughtseize for combo decks. We have a Consign, double Persist. This hand sucks, so we're gonna mulligan. Alright, this hand's better. Put back Thought Scour. If we can find a way to put Archon in the yard, we're good. Yeah, whenever I think of Karuga, I was thinking of like a fair game plan. I haven't seen Karuga Calibrated Blast in a bit. I mean, we have the Consign, we have the Spell Pierce at least. Play Watergrave, tapped. Don't have to hold up Spell Pierce for turn 1. They play tap land. Oculus, not a good draw. Play this tapped and pass. We do need red mana as well. Alright, definitely gonna Consign that. This is like their alternate way of winning. Now we just hold up Spell Pierce for a Calibrated Blast. Thoughtseize, okay, we'll take that. Maybe we hit a Blast. No, it's all lands. At least this goes to the yard. We need to fuel the yard for... I mean, we also could have Thoughtseize ourselves for Archon, but if they have a land and they go off... But now they have with Seiju, and they top deck Scion. Jesus. Alright, well, so their hand's 2 lands. Another Persist. Oh yeah, I play there with Mesa. Their hand is Gemstone Caverns, Mystery card. And we can't even counter because of Beseiju. Down to 14. Island. And just pass. I'm surprised they didn't put Karuga back to their hand. Maybe they forgot. Raminap. Down to 10. Did they top deck Calibrated Blast? Throes of Chaos. Trigger. Calibrated Blast. Spell Pierce. Our opponents are drawing very well. I'm just going to keep complaining and then we're just doing nothing. Just annoying, I guess. Like, you want to draw something. Thought Scour. Okay, that's one of the better draws here. Into Archon? No. We do draw land. So I guess we're just going to cast Oculus. We need a red source, so we're going to shock in Blood Crypt. Down to 7. We're going to keep a Faithless Looting in the yard. We have to stabilize. If we shock that in and flashback looting, then we're at 7. Put Archon to the yard. The next turn, we're at 3, and then we can persist. If we draw a land, we can do everything. Another Faithless Looting. Oh, they just flash us back, don't they? We just have to hope we get lucky here. Do we get lucky? Or do they get lucky? Nope, we don't get lucky. Alright, match 4. We're going to keep this hand. It's like solid. Alright, they go Tower Map. We have a dead card here. We can Thoughtseize turn 1. triple Psychic Frog. Our draws have been pretty goddamn awful. It's pretty crazy. Watergrave, Thoughtseize. The keeps are fine, I think. They're going to have turn 3 Tron. Gonna get rid of Thought-Knot Seer. At least we have push 4 Thought-Knot Seer, but we're not going to take the map over that. Actually, it's almost tempting to do that, just so that way we get a redraw, and we still get to kill that. Emperor of Bones. Let's just play out Psychic Frog, get some pressure going. Psychic Frog. They're going to crack map. So they have Tron, but they have nothing going on. So unless they top deck something well, they played a second tower. Interesting. Into map. Okay. So their hand is Power Plant, Lab, Mine, nothing. We draw another land. Let's attack. We connect. We draw another land. So let's surveil with this land. We could also Thought Scour ourselves, but another Psychic Frog. I'm just kind of hope to dodge more threats. They get an Urza's Mine. Alright, so they have 10 mana, and they drew a threat. Is it Ulamog? Or is it K-Command? It's Ulamog, okay. Nice turn for Ulamog. It's just that you both frogs or some lands. 2 lands. Fine-ish? I don't know. We could still win if we get an Archon in the yard. Let's surveil. We need blue or red. We need red-black. Let's get Raucous Theater. That's what we were gonna get anyway. Thoughtseize to the graveyard. Man, if we had a Persist, that would be pretty sick. Island. So we can also discard Archon and Emperor can eat it and then do it next turn. And we can also draw Persist. So, and we can take a hit with Ulamog. 1, 2, 3. Discard here. Discard here. I'm gonna just pump 1. Just in case we have to chump block, we can just use the not good one. So let's give everything flying. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Attack with both. Persist wins it. Mini persists. Fatal push. Blue to Delta. Not persist. We're gonna play out Emperor now, so that way if we do get to live, we can discard Archon and activate it and have the mana for it. We just have to hope they don't top deck something. Looks like they did. If it's Thought-Knot Seer, we don't care. If it's gonna be Kozilek's Command on Emperor Bones, yeah, they just top decked really well. Unfortunate. All they had were lands in hand, and they top decked Ulamog into Kozilek's Command. Mindstone. So we can still win if we draw Persist here. Let's see what they actually mill here. How many chances do we have? 1 Persist, 2, 3. They hit 3 Persists. Down to 2. Alright. Can we fetch a swamp? 1 swamp. Alright, we do have a swamp left. I'm gonna go get the swamp and Thought Scour. Oh wait, I didn't see a swamp there. That's weird. Alright, well let's surveil. Unearth to the graveyard. Alright, we have 2 looks here. No, did they top deck another Kozilek's Command? They draw a card. Tell me they didn't. They did. They top decked a Kozilek's Command. Alright, well, man. We're gonna Spell Pierce it. We still lose though. Faithless Looting, Swelling Tarn. Alright, so against Tron, we have Harbinger, Consign to Memory. We can take out the Fatal Pushes and like 1 Oculus. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna play for game 2. Man, yeah, this league just went downhill so quickly. Alright, I guess we'll keep this. We have Harbinger, Archon, Faithless Looting. Keep, put back Blood Crypt, done. Just gonna shock in Watergrave, hold up Spell Pierce for map. Versus mine, no plays. It's a little awkward with Faithless Looting, Bloodstained Mire, and Harbinger. I think we just kind of have to, I'm not sure. Get a Blood Crypt, cast Faithless Looting, put back Archons, and we'll pass. Oh, you know what? We also could have put back Harbinger and unearthed it. So I don't think that's worth it right now. If we were like more behind, I think that'd be fine. Ugin's Lab. They have Fleshraker? Okay, Palantir. So they're just playing like the stock Palantir, or like, I don't like this list. I think this list sucks. Now we can run out Harbinger, Psychic Frog. Actually, we can't get a swamp. We can. Get a swamp. Oh, we have 1 swamp and 2 islands. That's the issue. So let's go blue, black, Psychic Frog. Discard Harbinger. They also run Dismembers, so this isn't like lights out, and then we'll just pass. So Dismember or bust for them. Consign to Memory. Really good draw. Get in with both. We find Raucous Theater. Let's play that out and pass. They crack map. Maybe for a basic? Or for... They do get a wastes. Okay. I'll see if they play Thought-Knot Seer or Karn here. Fleshraker. I'll consign it. I don't want them making more, like, colorless mana. Another land. Again, if we draw Persist, we just, like, pretty much win. Kind of been eluding us this entire league, other than match 1. Psychic Frog connects. Ugh. We draw another land. I guess I'm just going to hold this for Frog. There's no reason to play them out. Alright. They don't have any plays. This game sucks. Like, no one's doing anything. We're just flooding. Fortunately, we have some pressure, or else we'd be, like, another loss. Attack. Down to 8. We draw an Earth. I guess we should have discarded... We should have discarded some lands there. That's my bad. There's no reason to be holding these and still attacking for 2. Mindstone. So now they have 2 colorless mana, so now they can Kozilek's Command if they want. Thoughtseize. Let's cast Thoughtseize. See if they have it. Of course they have it. Maybe they hit Harbinger. That'd be pretty cool. They're not going to, but maybe they exile, make spawn. Oh, they do target Harbinger. So yeah, if we would have been attacking with a bigger frog, we'd be in a much better position. 1 top, 2 bottom. Kozilek's Command.